Hi everybody, I thought I would take you around the antique store today to some of my little favorite spots. I'm trying not to buy too much of anything, but there's so much to look at today and it's such a beautiful day and everybody's out and about. So I thought I'd show you my little antique shops I like to go to, and so I'll show you some pictures of some cute little finds. Not that I'm going to purchase them. That I wouldn't want to purchase them. And today down at Wisteria they're having high tea, so all the tables are set up so pretty, so I thought I'd show you a few pictures of that too. It's just a lovely day and everybody's out today. Spring fever. Okay, for all of you ladies that have hat fetishes, I'm going to have you have a little look-see in this little thing, and if you can't walk out of here without a hat, hopefully not, because I don't need any more. So let's take a look around at all the vintage hats. Isn't it adorable? Some of them are vintage and some of them are reproduction hats, and some are newer hats that are like hat lady hats and stuff. Look at them all. Aren't they absolutely beautiful? Like, there's so many. And we all know I don't need any more hats because I think I'm up to 25 already. But then you always find one that you don't have. And then you feel like you need to get it even though you don't need it. So I'll step back a little bit. Oh, look at that green one. I have one similar to that. Walk away, walk away. But aren't they cute? She has such a cute little booth. I always like to come over here and see if there's some little eclectic hat that I don't have yet, or it isn't something similar to I have. So she has kind of like the red lady hats and the fun ones that are, you know, newer hats, but she's kind of vintaged out with some flowers or some cherries or whatnot on them. And then she has a whole slew of the vintage gloves too. I can never find a pair that fit me because I have great big large hands, or they used to have really small hands. I don't know what it is. Hi. She has so many cute things. Nice. She has a little mirror there for you to try it, and she has a bunch of miscellaneous like purses and whatnot and stuff, and then some little vintage purses back here too, and another like little, oh look at this little hat. Okay, now look at this hat. Is that cute or what? It's got a little brooch on it. Oh, I'm gonna have to look at some hats today, I guess. Okay, and another booth I always like to come to because she has a lot of cute vintage hats here, and she's got a lot of vintage linens and hat boxes and whatnot, and she's always got new stuff in here every once in a while. So I'll take a little look around. Look at these booths. So she can imagine like hats. Like I said, some are newer, some cute little vintage purses, plenty of mirrors for the ladies to try on their hats. Look at that one. That's all made of I think like pheasant feathers and whatnot, and some other tropical birds in there. Used to use a lot of get moving, Mary, bird feathers and stuff in hats, and sometimes they age well and sometimes they don't. So we got a little mix of vintage and not vintage here. Look at all these hats here. She has, that's a good idea, those little hanging closet organizers, and then everything is viewable and accessible. And then I will show you, look at all her linens. She has a slew, and I always am looking for that are a good deal, of course. Tablecloths, that. I'm going to see if I can find one. I like this old print like this. This kind of reminds me of the like 50s and stuff. My grandma used to have a bunch of these tablecloths. Oops, sorry about that. I need one more hand. Aren't those cute? Look at that. That one would totally go with my camper. It's got mushrooms. I don't know why, but I'm not a big mushroom person. I can remember when the mushrooms were in, kind of like in the 70s. Look, that one has kind of like hibiscus flowers on it. So she has lots of stuff to choose from for linens. Oh, and another favorite this lady kind of specializes in sewing. So if I'm ever looking for vintage sewing buttons, and she has like doilies and table linens and stuff like that too, but you know, on a smaller scale. I always come looking here because she always has a large selection of buttons and stuff, which I can't find today. She must have moved them. Oh, there's some of them right there. Gotta look a little bit lower. So sometimes when I'm trying to find, not that you can completely match those vintage buttons, of course, but sometimes if I can't find a close enough match, what I will do is just put all brand new buttons on. I try to replace with vintage ones if I can. I kind of like to keep it. It's a vintage dress with vintage buttons. But don't you love all that stuff? Look at all the old-fashioned pin cushions. Aren't those adorable? Those are pin cushions, and those are, and I have one of these at home, is for darning socks. You put that in your sock so you can darn it and sew it up. Because everybody used to darn their socks. You didn't throw the socks out. All right, and we're going to walk into our last little antique store for the day. This is on the very lower level of the shop. I always find something in here. Not anything specific. I'm never ever looking for anything specific, but I always end up coming out with something. Do I need it? No, but I always get something anyway. So we'll just take a little walk around here. I am schmelting today. These stores are warm. I don't think anybody has their fans or air on, of course, because it's March. You shouldn't need those. I'm not walking too fast. I always think this is kind of funny. Oh, look at those cute little things in there. Shop owner goes, I remember you. I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of a regular. Come in here. You know, not that I'm always getting something, of course, because I'm trying to grab that, remember. But you might find something the next time you're in. Because new stuff comes in, new stuff goes out. I got these little bears up north. I got a fella just like that, and I got a couple other little ones that are at my place, my lake place. Don't you just love all this stuff? I wish I had a great big huge old like late 1800 or early 1900s home, and then I would totally be buying stuff. But you know, mine's in the 70s, so I can put stuff around, but it doesn't go with my house, of course. But if I had one, I'd be worse of a hoarder than I am already, I guess. We'll go back here. Oh, here's some vintage hair dryers. There's a little bit of a electrocution that could happen there. I have this exact ashtray, and it's a Red Wing Pottery ashtray. And this one is $20. And I got mine for like $4.50 at some little thrift shop because it had a little nick like in the edge. I will show you sometime when I get home. It had a little nick in it, so I just patched that with some little acrylic paint, and off I went. So I got a steal of a deal. I did. Pretty cute little plate. Not plate, ashtray, but out here is a beautiful headboard. Oh, isn't that just gorgeous? That detail on that is just beautiful. I would love to have something like that. But my bedroom's a little too small. Some of you ladies remember these old, they were kind of like a kid's chair, but they were a step stool too. And we had one too. I can remember my grandma had one, but hers was yellow. And this one is not the original color. Kind of like when they leave the original color on it, even if it's like missing some spots or stuff. But anyway, this is cute anyway. For those of you who remember those, this is a booth that I have found many, many, many good deals. It's been kind of going out of business for a while now. For maybe, I don't know, 6 months over the winter. But I think they're trying to move their stock out. But last year, this is where I got my vintage pink shoe cabinet that I have. I don't know if you've seen pictures of that. Maybe I'll take a little picture so you guys can see that. Or it's on an old Facebook or something. But anyway, I've always gotten really good little deals in here. Blue frozen, 40% off. I know, I get too much stuff. So I'm gonna take a look around, see what they got here. They used to have like, they'd either be like, oh, yeah, just like these. They would be like January, February, March, different little months, angels. My grandma used to have those. I still have a couple of hers, and I think I have one that is June for my month. Also, that I think my grandma got me. I have a set of these. These are old Pyrex mixing bowls, and I have my mother's original ones with all of the bowls, and I don't use them. Oh my goodness gracious! Now I don't know if I want to use them. That's a cute little blue bowl. And I've got some old pictures like that too. It's kind of fun to see who was that person and where's their family and why did the picture end up here and why didn't anybody want it. Another vice of mine is old radios. I love old radios. I think they're so cool. There's so much stuff in here. And buttons, and who's got a button? Well, Pyrex bowls must be the thing, because here's a set. Here's another set of them. Aren't those pretty? If I had a house or kitchen or whatever that was kind of in that color scheme, I would love those. Pink and yellow and kind of that light aqua. A little piece of chalkware laying here alongside everything. As you know, all these cute little antique shops and tea shops and whatnot are in the old Red Wing Pottery building, and this was what we're looking at right now, was the original boiler they used to use, to produce the heat and stuff to make all of the ceramics and the clay stuff. So I'm going to give you a look up. So that's kind of where we came up from. It's 3 levels, and it's kind of interesting about the levels. They're all slanted slightly, and that was because they were moving, heavy carts with lots of stuff on. So the slant was help make things more mobile and easier to push around and stuff. So on the lower level here, there's some cute little seating areas, cute little candy store here, cute little seating area, and in the corner over there, way over there, they have a little video that's always running kind of with the history of the pottery and whatnot here in Red Wing, and it's still part of the old original. See if I can get a back shot here for you. That turns out, and I hope there's enough light. Right there's the whole back section of that, and they kind of left that for historic reasons. And with the brick, so you could see how that all went. And then up there is, I'm not sure what part that was, but isn't that something? So it's kind of neat that they left some of that original, kind of little antique couches and whatnot in here, so you can come in, have a cup of coffee and lounge. And they left some of the original, I think that was probably a coal chute where they bring because this is an outside wall where they shovel in the coal from outside. And then another little window here. And that's where we came up from. That's the second level. The third one's way up there. And that's, you can see far off in the distance, that's where Wisteria is. And that's all their seating area up on the very top level, where they have multiple high teas going right now. So here's the other side of the candy store. Keep walking by me, keep walking by. I don't need any candy. I had a lovely curried egg salad sandwich and a beautiful piece of cake. So that will be my main meal today. It will be soup for supper. And I thought, as long as we're outside, I would show you one of the old outside kilns that they left standing up, which is kind of neat, so you can get a look of what it was like. Of course, it's all kind of overgrown with stuff now, of course, and but you can see some of the old stuff. So the bottom right there would be where all the coal would have been. And I'm sure there is out there. If you go to the Historical Society, you could see what this originally looked like. But so they had that inside kiln, and then this is one of the outside ones. These puppies used to get real hot. Oh my goodness, look at that. Now there's something. Just look at the massive size. How big some of this stuff is. It just boggles you, isn't it? Take a little look-see. And there's another one over there. It's a much smaller one. And here is the inside. So you can see it's kind of like steps kind of going down. I think those were put in, as you can see, much later for whatever reason, but they weren't ever used, because you can see where the old rail line used to go through here. and however it would work. But so this is one of the outside kilns. Isn't that pretty neat? I just love the history of Red Wing. So there's the old building, and I'm trying to get it all squeezed in there. So it's all full of antique shops and this, that, and the other thing in there. So really nice kind of day out and about. So thanks everybody for coming around with me today and having lunch with me and seeing the tea room, which I love, and going antiquing with me. And I did not buy anything, thank you very much. I did get some stuff over at Goodwill today. And did I even buy any antiques? Yes, I did. I bought one really neat little purse that was a super good deal, which you'll see. So thanks, everybody have a good day. Get outside and enjoy spring. It's here, it's March, it's crazy. Bye everyone.